Hello, everybody. It is August 1st, 2022. It is 8:11 p.m. I am Andrew.
And I am Tara.
Yeah, you are. And this is MELLONfights, a podcast. Yep. A sports and entertainment podcast. Why is it sports and entertainment? I don't know, Tara. It just is.
Yeah.
The entertainment is us. The sports is the sports we talk about.
Mm-hmm. Which is entertaining as well, I hope.
Yeah. That's right. So, it's late again.
It is.
I will apologize. Cicadas have been crazy in my neighborhood. So you'll probably hear some cicadas in the background. Right now they're sort of loud, but they're going to get louder at some point. It'll be obnoxious. So just be ready for that.
That sucks.
Yeah, well, we had to put it off because was that even loud today when they were doing stuff?
Yeah. It would have. My parents are getting new windows.
Our parents. They're our parents, Tara.
Yep, our parents. They're
our parents.
Our parents are getting new windows, and we couldn't record while that was going on because he's banging away.
Who's banging away?
The window guy.
Like mom? Was he banging mom?
Okay. No.
Or dad?
He's banging the windows.
That's less fun. It's a less fun thing. Less fun bit.
Well.
You should have said yeah. Of course he was.
Yeah. Duh.
Mom
and dad.
They pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Pay a lot extra. Tara, it's called yes and, not nope, no.
Nope.
Nope, no.
Nope, no.
This week we got Tara drinking a Truly, got me drinking a White Claw. We switched it up. It wasn't working. Truly wasn't loving it. White Claw wasn't loving it. No sponsor yet.
Mm-mm.
So.
Did you write an ad this week?
No.
Neither did I.
I'm going to make one up for White Claw today, though. And you're going to make one up for Truly.
Oh, God.
It's easy. Get over yourself. That's the point. You're an improviser. What's your deal sometimes?
Sometimes
Are you an improviser?
I don't know. I think I'm an actress.
All right, well, I think you've done a lot more improvising than acting, so.
I look not very good right now for our listeners. Just got done playing volleyball.
You look like you look. You look like you look.
I look a little thoik today.
You look like you look, and I look a little. I've been getting. I can't lie, guys. I've been breaking out a little, right along my beard line. Beard line. Beard. Like some, if you can see on camera here, something like a couple of adult man zits.
It's okay.
I'm not happy about it, Tara. What's that about?
Is it hormones?
Maybe it's all the gabagool. All the gabagool.
Oh, I didn't even realize that's what your shirt said.
Yeah, it says gabagool.
You just love those
Miranda's listen, I like it. I like it just fine. I think it's a very good show. Miranda's obsessed with it so much that she got me a gabagool shirt.
I like it.
To wear. It's a house shirt. I'm probably not going to wear it out in public too often. It's a little cheesy.
But it could be fun because I bet people would see you and be like, gabagool! And you'd have gabagool.
They probably would yell gabagool.
And that could be fun.
I look like a guy who gabagools.
You do.
I'm going to say that. I think she secretly wants me to be Tony Soprano.
No?
Minus all the infidelity. I think she likes the rest of the Tony
Doesn't
Soprano
he murder?
Stuff. Yeah, I don't think that bothers her that much. I think him being unfaithful bothers her, but everything else I think she's cool with.
Okay.
I think she likes that part of Tony. Tony's an interesting cat. He's like very protective of the women and like kind of. He's like he's a strange cat. It's a great. If you've never watched it, go watch it. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get on that train since we're getting rid of cable this week. I gotta.
That's not gonna. You're just. You have access to my YouTube. I don't understand how you don't understand that.
I don't know.
I sent it to you.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna talk to Mom about it. And we're going to get that figured out. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Anyway, we don't need to tell anyone about our cable and internet switch ups and stream sites.
Mm-hmm.
There's no woes. There's no woes. We have everything still, and we're going to continue to have
You know
everything.
what,
There's
Drew?
no woes. What?
I am enjoying this truly so much.
Oh yeah?
Like,
could you say that a little more succinct than that?
This truly is hitting the spot. No?
We'll work on it.
Truly, it chooses you. You don't choose it.
You can't use the same line. No, you can't use the same line as your claw one.
I declare, truly is the one for me. How about that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Hold off on it.
Okay.
Hold off on it for now. You're not there.
It just hit me on the lips, and it was so good.
Let's get in a pod zone first before you start spouting off shit like that.
Okay.
Cool. So here we are. It's this is our 18th episode, Tara. That's pretty good.
Lucky number 18.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's like 4.5 months of podding.
We're nailing it.
Our listenership is
down.
Down.
Oh no.
Yeah. Very down this week. Nobody listened to it this week. Well, not a lot of listens this last week's episode. Last week's
episode was fun.
Tara, it was top notch.
And
it was top notch.
The clips that you did to get people to watch were top notch too.
I might be getting them too good at clips. They think they get the whole thing.
Or they
that's like the little least. Tara, listen. I put out a clip. In total, the clips average about, I don't know, anywhere from 20 seconds up to a minute. So yeah. We'll say it's about 3 minutes a week from a 1 hour and 15-minute episode. Think about all the tasties they ain't getting.
I know.
Think about all the tasties they ain't getting. I don't know why we're telling these people. They're listening.
I know. I can hear the cicadas.
We didn't get any. I know the cicadas are annoying. We didn't get any emails this week. No, so that makes me.
You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna keep on trucking and keep putting out.
Listen, Tara. Listen, not if you keep doing loud noises like that into their ears.
Sorry.
They're not going to be taking. They're not going to be like, "Ooh, give me more of that buzz in my ear."
I'll stop that.
So here's one thing we learned: either A, Jeremy don't listen.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get an email from Jeremy, or Jeremy don't email.
Well,
we'll give him another week. Jeremy, we're waiting
Jeremy
on you.
was in Boston this week, so.
No possible way during that travel he could have had time for a podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Been the perfect
you're right. When you're traveling, when you're flying out to Boston and stuff, never a great time to throw on a podcast and a plane flight. That's tough.
Yeah.
You're too busy out there on the flights. So, you're right though. Anyway, no emails, guys. Which is good. We had a huge amount of emails last week.
Yeah.
So don't expect any email. Don't expect a nice little email run here at the end of this bad boy. But hey, that's okay. We had fun last week. This week we'll bring all the tasty this week. We don't need your tasty to give us tasty. Though Britt did give us a lot of good stuff. She had a lot of stuff in hers. And Dave, that horse thing was hilarious.
Oh my God, I love it.
Guys, send us emails. We need help. We need help. We need help. Cicada time. We don't all want to have to listen to cicadas all the time. All right, Tara, what do you want to start with this week? Is there anything in particular you want to go with? I have one thing I want to assign for next week since we haven't done a movie in a while. But we'll get to that later. What do you want to start with?
I don't know. I got a lot of stuff written down. I got lots of sports and I got lots of entertainment.
Pick one.
Okay.
Pick one that you've been thinking about.
I'm just going to say this. So the Deshaun Watson suspension came out.
She's like, hey, let's start real low,
and then
real unfunny this week,
and then get going.
But then we'll get there.
But we don't have to stick on this a long time.
This might, Tara. We're coming off a low week. This might be abortion 2.0. We'll see how this goes.
No.
Right? I don't know. Might bum everyone out. I'm not saying. I figured we talk about this, but I didn't know if that's how we'd start. But let's go.
Okay. So Deshaun Watson, if everyone doesn't know, he had 24 lawsuits against him for sexual assault, against
Sexual assault, sexual misconduct,
sexual harassment.
different levels of
Yep.
sexual harassment, all different levels of things.
Against, it was a bunch of masseuses that he found via Instagram. And it came back as a 6-game suspension. So what ended up happening is they had a third-party person come in to make judgment on what his suspension should be. And the reason that they did this is because in the past, the NFL did not handle situations like this well. So it came back as a 6-game suspension. And Drew, I'm just going to say it. I don't think this third-party former judge, Sue L. Robinson, understood the assignment, because basically she ruled in favor of the NFL because the NFL wanted to suspend him for a year because they found all of this information and did investigations, and they couldn't do it on all the people, but the 4 people that were in the report, they gave all this information. And she came back saying that the NFL won. They proved that that
he was
a
disgusting
disgusting and that it was the most egregious.
She basically said as such.
Yes.
That the stuff he said was that she basically, I don't remember the line exactly. There's a line that was basically like what he was doing was basically disgusting.
Yes.
I don't remember the exact word she used, but
and he was found guilty, it was proven that there was A, sexual assault, B, conduct that poses a genuine danger to the safety and well-being of another person, and 3, the conduct undermined the NFL, which, whatever. So she proved that's what she said. Yep, you guys proved it, you won. But because of previous, what do I want to say consistent with previous punishments, it wouldn't be fair to give him more than the traditional 6 games. I'm like, this lady did not understand her assignment. Like, what? What are you doing?
Okay. I'm a tangent real quick. Unless you'd like to go first.
No, tangent.
On your take. So, a few things. One, I think what happened is exactly what the NFL expected to happen. They came out like, oh, we want this to be a year. We want this to be a year. Knowing full well that the rules basically say that the most he was allowed to get was 6 games for his conduct. And they knew that's how it would come back. And they'll do they'll probably add 2 more games to it because Roger Goodell can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So they'll look like we did more than she even suggested. So we don't look like pieces of shit. But guess what? You're all pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You're just pieces of shit. Because guess what? This guy did some no one goes to that many masseuses when you get free masseuses through work who are way better at their job.
Yeah.
Who are professionals at keeping top level athletes at this top level health and fitness.
Yeah.
You don't go to these masseuses unless you're doing some fucked up shit.
Especially when you're finding him on Instagram and they're going in their DMs.
So what he was doing is fucked up. And then fucking today I'm watching these shows and there's a couple dudes that have it's like Ryan Clark. I don't remember the second dude, and then Fred Taylor. And Fred Taylor had the balls to be like, this guy, I think it's fair. He served his time. He got paid millions and millions of dollars to sit on his ass. And then he got the highest guaranteed contract in NFL history.
Yeah.
He served no punishment.
No.
He was punished for nothing except for he didn't play football for a year.
Yeah.
And he's not going to play for another 6 games. But guess what? That doesn't matter because he's in it for fucking up millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And now he's going to play as much as he wants. And guess what? He's gonna fuck up again. He just is.
Yeah. In the ruling, it was like he can't have masseuses under that aren't like.
He's literally not allowed to have a.
Yeah.
This is how bad it was. You can't go outside the team for massages.
Yeah.
You are not allowed.
Yeah.
Like, that's a crazy ruling.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't allowed to get a massage by anyone other than someone that the team sets up for you. Clearly, he can't be trusted.
No.
And that's what they gave him. They gave him a 6-game suspension and more money than any of us will ever see. More money than any of us will ever see. He served no punishment.
Well,
he's a piece of shit. Guess what? I wasn't there, but guess what? He fucking did something. I'm sorry to tell you.
if you're
He did
having
something.
60
He
different
fucking did
masseuses
something.
in 15 months, like, there's something fishy. And the fact that, like, the girls refuse to have him
Sure.
massage him again.
And I'm sure some of them, I'm sure what it is he's trying to find prostitutes or women that are willing to do that. Like, because through Craigslist, he thinks that. So some of them probably were fine with it. He probably did it, probably happened with other women. And they're like, yeah, that's what I was here for. And some of them were not. I think that's the ones that came after him. Maybe a few, found out about it and were able to, jump on board. But I think mostly that's not the case.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit. And it's just bullshit. I'm just like so tired of like the different rules for different people in this world, man. Like a dude just because he's good at football and wins some football games still has won nothing in the pros.
No.
He has different rules and it's ridiculous. And I hope the worst for the Browns. And honestly, Tara, I'm interested to see what happens over the next few days so I can make kind of a decision on my NFL watching.
Yeah. I mean, it just is such a slap in the face to women. It's just like guys can just do whatever they want and have no consequences. And it's just so insane to me. And just the money you brought up and the way the Browns structured his contract, knowing that he would be getting in trouble at least for 6 games, they made his base salary for this year $1 million. So fine wise, like where he isn't going to get paid $350,000. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. And then he'll get next a $40 million bonus at the end of the year.
Yep.
All guaranteed.
So you make $40 million. Yeah. All guaranteed. Yep. It's a joke, Tara. It's a joke. Nothing funny about it. I know this is a fun podcast. There's nothing funny about this. We're here to talk about sports. And I think a lot of these comedy podcasts are kind of, I don't know. I guess they don't think it's their job to weigh in on this stuff and they're kind of pussies about it, in my opinion. That's my take.
Yeah.
It's like, don't be like, or they're fine with it. I don't know. That's worse, but either way, it's not good.
The other thing that really bothered me was this woman had like the audacity to say that these weren't violent crimes. Sexual assault isn't violent. Like, give me a fucking break.
Oh, right. Yeah, because that would have
like,
made it
well,
longer,
if it would have been violent, it's like he fucked up some of these people's worlds. Like, that's what they do for a living. And
sexual assault is always violent.
So, like, I'm like, lady, what are you talking? Like, did you read the?
Dude,
did you
read? I didn't look up. I got to look into her a little bit. Do a little research on her.
Did you read
she probably
the report?
No.
It was 15 pages long, double spaced. So it's basically we talked all about everything. Where they in the shows today, they could talk about everything that was in the report because it literally is 15 pages double spaced. It was stupid.
Yeah, and again, and it's the same. I feel like it's the same feeling we had a few weeks ago when we had the Roe v. Wade talk.
Yeah.
And I see the same reactions from women as I was seeing then, where it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with, what are we supposed to do? It's frustrating, I imagine. I mean, it's frustrating for me. It doesn't really even affect me that much. It affects me emotionally and mentally, but it doesn't affect, me as a person. But I can't even imagine how women feel between these two things, the Roe v. Wade thing is huge. And then this thing is the NFL is like one of the biggest corporations in the country.
Yeah.
And like just the Dallas Cowboys alone are worth $7 billion. Seven billion
plus.
dollars for one of 30 teams.
Yeah.
30? 32.
32.
30? I don't know
31.
anymore.
32.
32. That's one team. And they do whatever they want.
And like they went to one of the ladies that was at the Cleveland Browns camp today, and she said that the fans were just blindly like blind fandom, so dumb. Like the fans were like, "We've got your back.
How fucking psyched!
We've got your back. You're gonna take us to the top." It's like, oh god, come on, people, like be better. If he was on like a team that I love, Tara, I would be like, I'm done. I'm already done pretty much, but and it sucks because yeah, I really brought this down, didn't I?
I wouldn't have started here. People definitely have tuned out.
Maybe you can do.
We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Maybe you can do some reworking.
No, that's fine.
Okay, let's talk about something
It's what
else.
We feel so. But anyway, it's a farce. It's a shit show. Yeah. It's it's gross. People should be ashamed of themselves. Mm-hmm. Hopefully people learn from it. They won't, because when you're not punished accordingly, you usually don't learn.
Who said he did his time again? So, I gotta write that down. Look into it.
Fred Taylor did today. He basically leave the kid alone at this point. And I would, if I had to bet, Tara, sometimes I wish I was on these shows.
I know.
Sometimes I wish I was on it. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? In what world did he serve any sort of punishment? First of all the Browns fans still think he's dope.
Right.
His friends and family don't care about it. You know how fucking ashamed my mom would be if I did that bullshit?
Oh my god.
How ashamed you would be?
Oh my. I don't think we'd be doing a podcast anymore, Drew.
Yeah. I mean, we'd talk still, I'm sure, but I think it'd be different.
Yeah.
And I'd be apologizing. I wouldn't be. He's adamant he did nothing wrong.
Oh yeah.
That makes it worse.
I know.
That makes it worse. His lawyers had the balls to be like, "Oh, we're not going to appeal this. We hope the NFL just goes along with it too." You know why you're not appealing it, dickheads? Because you want this to be gone forever. It's not. I think people need to bring it up. I think if I was a sports analyst, like a person that did the games, I'd bring it up every time. Yeah, why not?
I totally would.
Why not?
I do it every time I see Big Ben play.
Yeah. Tara, when we watch
or Joe Mixon.
When we watch Red Zone. When we watch Red Zone, Tara, the amount of times we're like, fuck that guy. Yeah. Every time. Joe Nixon is one of them. Yep. Tyreek Hill, Ben Roethlisberger, just to name a few.
Yeah.
We are not afraid to be like, that guy fucking sucks.
Yeah. And people are.
Oh, you're fast? I don't care. You beat women or rape women.
Oh, he's on my.
Go fuck yourself.
He's on my fantasy team. Well, you suck for drafting him because have some morals. Even in your fantasy land.
Trade him away if he's on your dynasty team.
Mm-hmm.
I got Lamar Jackson. I don't know. He'll probably do something.
No.
Wrong.
I mean, he was weird about COVID and stuff, but I don't know. What's up with people acting like he's not good and like these...
oh my God. Yeah, we'll stick with this. We'll stick with football. We'll stick with Lamar Jackson. Tara, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's so good. I'm so tired of these idiots that are like, oh, he's no good. Like, even if someone is an idiot and said if he won 12 MVPs, he still is not a number one quarterback.
What?
That's not how the world works, moron. That's not how the world works.
I don't understand the hate on him because he has proven that he is a stud and I truthfully believe he's never really had like a number one receiver. Hollywood Brown is bullshit. He's not good and he's not on the team anymore. He ain't gonna do shit. So like
he's not gonna do shit where he's at now. I forgot where he is now. He's on
Arizona.
A team that's not them. I can't remember. That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds
right. Yeah. And it's just like
he's got Kyler tossing in the ball.
Oh, yeah. Who is just a little baby bitch. But yeah.
Whatever.
I don't understand how he wasn't in like that top 10 quarterbacks that was it Jeff Passan? who did it, and
I don't
like
know.
he talked
Doesn't
to,
matter, Tara.
but he talked to a
Tara,
bunch of
it
different
doesn't matter.
players and coaches, and he wasn't in the top 10. And I'm like, okay, but Justin Herbert is like, what the fuck has he done? Like, I know that he has
Tara, most of these guys
potential,
haven't
but
done
come
anything.
on. And then somebody like anonymous said something about like an anonymous defensive coach said, "Oh, I don't remember exactly what he said." And Lamar was like, "Well, he's
You had all the
anonymous."
facts, too.
I know. He goes, "Well, he's anonymous, so it doesn't matter cuz he won't even like put his name
Yeah, he's a
on it."
pussy. I'm throwing pussy around a lot tonight. I don't know why. But it's only in terms of men sucking. It isn't. It doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with women. I'm using it solely as a man term. If that makes any sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, Lamar Jackson's awesome, and they talk about how he like can't throw, but he can.
Yeah.
I remember a game. I remember a game a couple years ago in the playoffs where they would have won, but his receivers dropped a bunch of
Yes,
balls.
I remember that.
It used to happen. Used to happen to Tony Romo all the time.
Mhm.
Tony Romo's terrible receivers would drop big balls in big moments. Yeah, Tony made some mistakes here and there at the end of games, but his teammates let him down a lot, and it happens to Lamar. He needs a real number one. You're correct.
Yes.
He needs a real number one. They need to bring someone in there that's a real number one.
I know. And like
We'll see
people
if
should
some of
want
these
to
young
play
guys can
with
step up.
him.
I think his teammates love him.
Yeah. Cuz he just goes out and he plays hard and he works hard and he seems to have like a good attitude, which is always fun. He's a leader.
Yeah, I like Lamar Jackson. So you don't know Lamar Jackson, he's dope. Baltimore Ravens quarterback.
He's so good.
He's
and
fat.
he's so
he's like
young.
Michael Vick on steroids.
He's so young.
Yeah,
still.
he's also very young still.
like Joe Burrow's older than him.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's enough NFL talk. Moving on.
You pick something to talk about.
I don't have anything. You're the one with the lists.
Okay.
Normally I have to queue you up for some ad reads or a movie you watch. So here's what I want to do next week, Tara.
Okay.
And this will help me find some movies you've not seen that I'm going to be irritated by. But I want your top. This is not a top 3 because we're doing it ahead of time. But I want your top 10 movies of all time. I want your top 10 movies of all time. I'm going to give you my top 10 movies of all time next week, guys. So tune in next week for our top 10 movies. That's our cliffhanger. Tara, we're going to start doing cliffhangers. See if we maybe can get people to come back in a week.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I like it.
I think it's pretty slick. I think it's pretty cool.
It's going to be good.
It absolutely is going to be good. So next week, top 10 movies from Drew, top 10 movies from Tara. From that, we will get probably some fun stuff. I do want to have you watch something this week though, because it's been a couple weeks and we're due.
Okay.
So I'll give you that. I'll give you that at the end, probably.
Okay.
So let's talk about. Do you have a top 3 for the week? Anything like that?
I do actually. I'm trying to figure out how I can segue into it. Because it is not like I'm like I don't even know how to bring this up, but I was just thinking.
Why's it got to be a segue?
I don't know.
Just tell me what it is.
The top 3.
You don't have Terry. You don't have to segue when I go. You got a top 3 for me? Segue not needed at that point. Segue not needed at that point. If there was a natural top segue, sure. But like I basically said, hey, you got a top 3. That was the segue.
Okay. Yep, I do. Top 3 things that you thought were cool as a kid, but now you think they're dumb.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yeah, there was no way you were segueing that.
I was going to try. I was going to try.
Maybe you would have.
Yeah.
Maybe we would have come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a real good flow going today. We started out slow, and then you gave us like downer material, and then we just kind of stayed hot. Even the Lamar Jackson conversation wasn't all that fun. We were kind of hot about it.
Then let's get hot.
So what is it? Top 3 what?
Top 3 things you thought were cool as a kid, but now you think they're dumb.
Yeah,
it could be anything
for sure. Yeah, I got that. I know how. I know it could be anything. Thank you. I'm gonna start off with number 1, presents.
Oh.
When you're a kid, you want presents so. I know I've talked about presents before. You want them so bad. I'm embarrassed sometimes now about presents I asked for and how much I asked for presents at like Christmas and stuff like that. It wasn't cool. I know it was fun. Mom and dad had fun when they seen us be excited. But actually, even then, I wasn't all that excited when they gave me stuff. I almost felt bad about it then. Like when I got an Xbox and a bunch of games, I felt guilty almost. I mean, I enjoyed the shit out of it after that,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, presents. Yeah, when I was a kid, like, yeah, I need cool presents. But now it's like, just fuck off with your
All
presents. Like,
right.
just hang. Like, I don't need a bunch of your shit. Miranda keeps trying to give me birthday presents. Like, still, stop it. Stop it. I told her she could get a record we could share, so she got that Lizzo record right
I
there
gotta listen to it
on the
still.
wall. That was a gift from her to us
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted it. I said, well, you want it anyway, so go ahead and buy it. It's a good record. I don't like as much as her last one, but it's good. I enjoy it. I like Lizzo. It's here for the big chicks or whatever the hell it was. And let's hear it for the big boys. I think we talked about the big boys thing in not this pod. I think it was one of our first practice podcast. I don't think that one went up.
I don't remember.
Where I said that they need to there's always a really good, remember I said how she had a show on like Prime where it was like, that's like, appreciate here come the big girls, and it was like a special,
yeah.
and it was like her and big girls, and I said they need to do the same thing. You hear a lot about the big girls, but sometimes the big boys need that too.
Big boys need
It's here
love
for the big
too. I do
boys,
remember that.
for the kids, for the thick little boys,
Yes.
that are struggling as thicksters.
Mm-hmm.
They need role models that aren't just like the funny guy, funny thick boy, so when you're older you get to hear your Chris Farley the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Though you don't, though I say that nowadays, I don't even know who the young boys get, because they haven't had like, people want to say, that the body image thing for about women, but it's just as bad for dudes these days. Like, you don't really see like the overweight dudes even like in comedies, it feels like, anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. It's kind of like that kind of. I mean, I say that you see them, but it's not like they're not the stars. The Farleys of the world, the John Candys,
Oh yeah.
early Jonah Hill.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird deal. Let's include everybody.
Yeah.
Let's include them all. Let's have less pretty people. How about that? I'm tired of seeing Chris Pratt and Ryan Gosling and everything.
I know.
Like, they're in everything, Tara. I like Ryan Gosling and Chris Pratt. Sometimes I like him. Sometimes he bugs me. He's bugged me a lot more lately, and the stuff he's been in, I haven't enjoyed that much. But he's been in the past. He's been fun and pretty, and I'm tired of these guys and all seeing these pretty boys and stuff all the time. It's boring, and it's weird, Tara, because you'll notice the pretty boys, they get a longer run than the pretty girls. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Like, they're like the hot babes are hot for about 12 seconds. It's rare you get like, I can't even think of someone who's like Sandra Bullock had a really long run.
Yeah.
And still kind of
does.
Definitely. She's still doing stuff. She was in something, but she's different though. She's not, she's
kind of like
different,
a comedic actress. She really like leaned
yeah,
into
and she's kind of like a time, like she's not like some like drop dead gorgeous babe. Like, it wasn't totally what a lot of her personality is a big part of the way like people find her attractive. I'm not saying she's very attractive, like, Miss Congeniality, boom, she's banging. She looks great in everything.
Yeah.
She looked great in Gravity. Like, I don't know, she always looks great. She's aging well. But that's rare, I feel like. With guys, I feel like they get that run a lot longer. They get that run a lot longer. But part of that is because women find older men attractive, so they can pull it off. And
guys do not find older women
right
attractive.
which needs to change, I would say.
Oh, God.
Which is weird. That's true. That is a big part of it. They want the young, the chicks in movies. Chicks, listen to me. I'm cool. I'm a cool gabagool, baby. Gabagool. All these chicks out, all these tails out here.
Oh, God.
What do they say? What do they call the women in the coos? They say coos a lot in Sopranos. Look at all this coos out here. Gabagool. I feel like I could be in Sopranos too. The reboot on Netflix. It would be so bad. It'd be so bad.
I'm sure.
It'd be so bad that they would have someone like me playing an Italian. My point is this.
Presents.
I don't know what my point. Oh yeah, shit.
I'm like, holy shit, Drew. Like, this is supposed to be a fun, loving, like, top 3, and you started getting real, like, deep
How did I
again.
get? How the fuck did I get there? Oh my
I
god.
don't even know. I was like, okay. And he wants to go deep again. Just to, like.
How did that happen? How did I get there?
You said.
Oh, we talked about Lizzo. Lizzo
Oh.
got me there. So presents are not as cool as you think they are when they're a kid. They're like, some people still think they're awesome, but I was like, get out of here. Pro athletes. Pro athletes, Tara, are not as cool as you think they are.
Giannis is so cool though.
When you're a kid. Sure, there's cool ones. I'm not saying there's not cool ones, but guess what, Tara? Yeah, don't hold Giannis on a pedestal because he could let you down too. Sure. That's the point.
He's a human.
Like, come on, guys. When you're a kid, you're like, oh, these guys are great. They're fine. They're just dudes.
Yeah.
They're just dudes. And my third and final fun answer will be I don't know, Tara. I might need some of yours. Let's hear what you got. I'll think about it.
What made me think of this is I saw somebody who had a hamster as a pet, and I was like, oh my God.
I thought you were going to say hand job.
No.
I thought you were going to say hand job.
No. And
hand jobs, I think actually hand jobs are better than people say they are. I like them.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you do.
Now everybody knows, including my little sister.
That's all right.
What about hamsters?
Hamsters. I always wanted a hamster, like a rat, as a pet as a kid, and now it makes me like vomit in my mouth thinking about that. And like I don't understand. Yeah, because for a while people were like having rats as pets, and
we knew like one person with a rat.
Yeah, and I thought it was cool. And now as an adult, I'm like, why do parents allow their kids to have these? Like, they're disgusting.
They are disgusting.
I always wanted to have
so dumb. How about pets? Can we just like make it at pets in general?
No, because
like that. You don't want a pet.
I don't want a pet, but like I see the reason for pets for certain people. But never.
But are they as cool as you thought when you were a kid?
I don't know. They're just way more of a responsibility than I thought because I didn't
take
care
maybe
of it.
That's what it is. You're right. You're right.
And I loved my dog, and I wanted another one.
When a dog's, you're right. When a dog's around or a cat's around and they're friendly, it's great.
Exactly.
And then you get to just go home.
It's perfect.
Perfect. What third one? Or not only your first one?
Yeah. I always wanted to have a black eye as like a kid.
A black eye? What?
Yeah, I always wanted a black eye because I thought that they looked cool and tough. And as like an athlete, I wanted to like look the part. And then I got one as an adult human, and it was terrible. It was terrible.
How'd you get that?
I tried to dunk the ball, and then my brother Drew
tried to dunk the ball. Tried to dunk it.
I tried to dunk it, and Drew smashed the ball into my face the day before
it was clean,
a wedding.
That you were in?
No, you were in it, but I went to it.
Oh, you were just going to it. I couldn't remember who.
Yeah, it was Nick's.
Yeah, it was a clean block though.
Was it?
It was
a clean block.
It was all ball.
All ball.
And you just happened to take a ball to the face afterwards.
It was like smashed into my face, and then
you could see basketball mark.
It was
like
so
she
bad.
had like it looks like it was like almost a cartoon.
Yeah.
How much you could see the basketball like lines.
It was so bad.
Like she had like almost like leather marks on her face. It was wild. What else you got?
I also, like, as a little kid, wanted to, like, sprain my ankle and be on crutches. And then I sprained my ankle and had crutches, and it was absolutely terrible.
You're an idiot. Your things are so stupid.
I
wish I had a rat. I wish I had a black eye. I wish I had sprained my ankle so I could have crutches. What did you think was do you know what cool? Tara, do you know what cool is?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So your favorite 3 things were rats. Things you thought were cool were rats, black eyes, and sprained ankles. Like,
I also wanted
what?
I also wanted to have a retainer, and I would pretend I had one with the tops of like Squeeze-Its. I'm like, look at my retainer.
These things are all the opposite
I
of cool. I could maybe see if you said I always wanted a cast so everyone could sign it. Like, I would have maybe given you
No,
that.
I wouldn't want that because
Like, oh, it's cool to be the.
because I feel like I would be worried that nobody would want to sign my cast, so I would not.
They would definitely not have. I had a cast on my hand. When it's a hand cast, nobody wants to sign it, so mine was not signed by anyone. Like, it was basically my palm. So, yeah, I didn't get that signed. Dang, did I think of anything while you did that, Tara?
Probably not, because you didn't think any of those things were ever cool.
No, those were rough. Though, Tara, the fact that you thought that stuff was cool.
I did.
At least the things I said are like normal. Like, I thought you meant like, hey, what are some things that most people when they're kids thinks are cool? But you're like, these are some weird things I was into. Because my things were pretty, like, the first one was presents. Everyone loves presents. I realize they're not that cool. And then everyone loves athletes when they're kid. And I'm realizing they're not that cool.
This is how deep I was into it. So I had a friend, and she was like a liar. She compulsively lied about everything. And by her house, they were building. So there was like big piles of dirt. And she was like, Tara, this is a Indian burial ground, and if you say what you want, like, it will come true because it's an Indian burial ground. And I was like, okay. And I wished
what friend was this?
Whitney. And I wished to sprain my ankle. Like, I was like, I hope I sprain my ankle so I can be on crutches. And I did.
You just wanted attention.
And I didn't sprain my ankle, but that day I was at our neighbors on their what's it called? Like their monkey bars, their little playground thing. And I was like holding myself up, and then I like slipped and I smashed my nose into the bar. And I got like a crazy bloody nose, and I called Whitney, and I was like, it didn't work, but I did smash my nose. It was so stupid. Oh, wow.
You're a strange cat.
I was.
Sometimes you surprise me.
I was.
Sometimes you surprise me in how weird you are.
True. I was young.
No, you're an idiot. My third and final thing is, going out and have something to do. Like, when you're cool, like, oh, it's cool, I'm popular, I got things to do. No. Staying home is awesome. I always have something to do. I didn't for 2 years, and it was awesome. And lately, I've had a lot of things to do. I like to be invited to things. It's cool to be invited, but it's cool to stay home. Like, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Like, being able to like hang out without anyone bugging you is way cool. Way cool. That's not a hot take. That's how we just feel as adults. We're like, when you're young, you're like, oh, I got to be out and doing stuff all the time. That's the way it is. But as you get older, you realize it is much cooler to be able to go out if you want, but it's very cool to be able to stay home and be cool with it. So that's my top three.
I liked them. Very different than mine.
My top three are pretty normal. Yours are pretty weird. I don't know if I have anything like, I'm trying to think if I have anything weird like that, where it's like, oh, I always wanted to
run out of gas and have hot girls come pick you up.
Sure, that was an idea. That was fun. Yeah, we ran out of gas on purpose so we could try to have like the babes come pick us up, the girls, and none of them would come pick us up. Our friend picked us up instead. Woman, attractive woman.
But a friend.
Our girl. At the time she was a girl, but she was basically our friend. No, she wasn't hooking up with any of us. So it was basically a waste. And Jay Wade got like high because the funniest part, guys, this is how stupid we were. We drove around, which was fun until we ran out of gas on purpose. We were driving around on back roads, so someone would have to come get us. But the whole time we had like one of those little tanks of gas in the back of the minivan. So if no one would come pick us up, we could fill it up.
So then why did you have your friend who was obviously not going to hook up with you?
We literally had her pick us up.
That's so weird.
And take us away, and then we had to go back and get the van. What? And Jay Wade was basically high.
Oh my god.
Because he was
He'd
sitting
been
by
like
the
huffing
gas in the back.
accidentally.
He basically had been huffing
Oh
gasoline
my
the whole
god.
ride. When we had the windows open, we were having a blast, but our whole thing it just didn't, we didn't want to we had to make it seem real so we didn't seem like losers that ran out of gas on purpose. So we had to have her take us home, and Nick drove us back to my car.
Well, you didn't even have to call her.
No, but we had called other people first.
Right.
So we had to so they had to find out later that, oh, how'd you guys get out of that?
Oh.
Megan came and picked us up.
Okay.
So it had to happen.
Okay.
It had the lot.
Tara, I get it. I get it.
I'm like Ocean's 11 level. I need there has to be a backup plan,
Yeah.
you know? So
that's one of my favorite stories of yours because it is
it was so
silly.
stupid.
It's so silly.
The funny thing is we had a fun day. It was a blast. We're like, are we ever gonna run out? We could not run out of gas.
When you ran out,
Jesus.
was it like when we ran out of it on our way back home from Nashville where it just stopped going? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Where all of a sudden it's ah!
It was like that. But yeah, it wasn't because we were expecting it. We were out on almost to Brooklyn. We were almost to Brooklyn when it happened. Out that way.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. It's very funny. We're a funny crew. I just heard something fall. Babe, you good? It's the neighbors. We're good. Thought I heard someone fall, but it's someone shutting the door next door. Okay, back to business. 47 minutes in.
I know, and I have so many things to talk about, so I got to figure out what I want to talk about.
So first things first, I just want to talk about them. I do want you to watch a movie this coming week. I haven't really picked yet, though. I haven't decided which one makes the most sense. I was trying to give you something shorter.
Yeah. I like short.
But I don't know.
Well, especially because it's a family reunion this weekend.
Whatever, you would put it off till Sunday anyway.
I know.
What are you talking about? It's not going to affect. You were going to watch it that Sunday night anyway. Doesn't matter what's happening Friday and Saturday. You were still going to do it Sunday. Late. So
probably.
Let's not pretend like that affects it. You could just watch it tonight when we get done. Mm-hmm. It's only Monday. You have so much time to watch it. Whatever I pick. I want you to watch Scarface.
Scarface? I feel like that's a long movie.
It is long. I've been wanting you to watch Scarface because it'll. Here's the thing. I'm gonna watch it too. Say hello to my little friend. Okay. It is. It's a little long. It's a little wild. You could watch it in two halves, and I think you'd enjoy that. Maybe watch half of it one day, half of it on Sunday. And I don't know. We'll figure out what halfway is. Is it like 3 hours? Yeah, short. Just short of it, I think. Okay. But you're gonna watch it over two things, Tara, and it's fun. It's so fucking wild, and it's gonna give me an excuse to watch it. Because I do want to see it. I haven't seen it in probably about 10 years. Okay, well, Scarface. Scarface is. It's only 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, 65 Metacritic. It's way more fun than that. It's a classic. It's 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's long. It's long. Let me make sure you can watch it. Oh, it's on Peacock, which we have. We do? Yeah, we always just sign into Peacock. It's free. You just might have a few commercials. Okay. But I usually don't. Otherwise, it's like $4 or $4. So Scarface, guys, she's going to watch. If you also have not seen Scarface, or because you probably, or haven't seen it in a long time like I haven't, maybe watch Scarface this week. Smart. You know what gives me all my smarts? White Claw. Smart choice for a smart man. White Claw. How's that? Good. It was good. Let me try one more. Ooh, when you need that flavor. Now that's my truly. Now I have to work on it. I think what I said, smart choice for a smart man. White Claw. White Claw. Give it to your lady friend. She'll be clawing your clothes off.
I like it.
Right?
I liked it a lot.
I am implying that it's going to make her horny.
I know. I like it. It's funny.
And she won't be able to control herself. She's like, I
And she'll be
need
like,
to get with. He's a smart man. Because I'm a smart man because I drink White Claw.
yes,
So she's like, he's smart.
he's so smart.
And B, I'm horny now.
And I'm just
White
gonna
Claw. For a smart man and a horny woman. Claw. You don't choose it.
It chooses you.
It chooses you. White Claw lemon.
Ooh, a lemon one.
That's all I had. I accidentally drank all my Trulies, forgetting I needed one
and
for
luckily
this.
I had one and I crushed it.
Luckily, you always have it. What do you want to talk about, Tara?
Okay, Drew.
What do you want to talk about? You said you got a million things.
Yeah. So.
And we don't have an email, so the rest of this is you. We got
woke
your grievance, and we got whatever else you want to talk about. Let's go.
I woke up in the middle of the night on Sunday and I could not get back to sleep. So I went on Facebook real quick and then I saw that there was an article to read and it was people think that Eminem is a clone. And I was like, what?
What?
So I looked into it.
Is this new? Is this a new thing?
I don't know how new it is.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it. There was an article written from somebody in Spain, and then there's also a rapper that rapped about it, when we'll get to that in a second. But people believe that Eminem is a clone, and he got in a car accident in 2006, and he was pretty much gone for that full year, and then he resurfaced in 2002 and was completely different.
No, that's wrong. 2000 and what?
Oh, I'm sorry. 2007. 2007. Sorry. And he resurfaced and was completely different. So some of the proof that they talk about is his appearance changed and that he was on like an ESPN promo where he spaced out and like he glitched and he was with.
That's one of my favorite interviews of all time. All time. He's just fucking with them and it's awesome.
And then he was like on an interview with somebody from like the BBC and he was talking about like, oh, you would go crazy if you knew it was in my head. And then they asked him one last thing and like, do you want to say anything to the audience? And he said, get out of my head. And just like stared with dead eyes. And I was like, okay. So there was a rapper named Tom McDonald. And he wrote.
Sounds like he's awesome at rap. I'm Tom McDonald. Here's my new rap. I like fries. Fries. Big Macs too. Everybody get down with you. I said go. Dip. Fries and that. Barbecue sauce is my favorite dip.
Yeah.
Donnie McDonald. Tom McDonald? I'm sorry. That rap was whack. I apologize.
So Tom McDonald, he wrote a rap called Cloned Rappers, where he claims that Eminem is a clone and the Illuminati took bone samples and cloned him into a cyborg clone. And I went and listened to it, and
how bad is it?
It's not terrible, but to me, when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, he's like making a comment on the music industry of where like if you don't change and like adapt to what like the music industry wants, then like you basically go away.
So you're going to bring up a guy named Tom McDonald, say he rapped about Eminem being a clone, and you're not going to give me a single line from it. You're not going to give me one line from this rap. You're going to try to Cliff Notes it instead of giving me slick lines from it.
I should have done that, Drew, and I apologize for not.
Segment
over. No, because because the thing that was more interesting to me, because I listened to it and like let's think
why does anyone care what a guy named Tom McDonald thinks?
Drew, this is why the funniest thing to me is I went and I was like, this is crazy, and then I went to read the comments of what people were saying, because like they're the people that believe in this conspiracy theory, and one person said, I'm losing my spot. Eminem continued. There we go. One person was like, Jesus, protect him. He's spitting the truth. I hope he is protected because he's spitting so much truth. For sure, they've got him on their site. Stay safe and keep up the awesome work. So they're like afraid that the Illuminati is coming after Tom. And then
I hope they are. I hope they are. I hope Tom McDonald is illuminated.
This is what's so funny. So then Tom, I saw an interview that Tom did where someone was like, "Do you really believe that Eminem is a clone?" And he was kind of like, well, I don't really know, but it's more fun to think that he is than that he isn't."
The guy's a comedian, right? And he's just having fun,
well,
right?
I think that it really was like a metaphor, but like people started to like really back him and was like, "Oh yeah, he's like he knows the truth. He's a truth teller. Like he knows everything."
So here's the thing, Tara, is people's brains don't work. I don't know how else to say it. Their brains are less than.
Or they've just been fucked over so much that they can't make sense of anything. But mainly their brains don't work.
People's brains are stupid. And sometimes people are trolling people, but a lot of it is brain like I will go down a flat earther rabbit hole just to hate them with the deepest, darkest parts of my soul. And I hate it. This I will hopefully not. I did see something on TikTok today or yesterday where someone was doing like lip syncing an Eminem rap, and then they were like, think about it. Like, remember when he said this? And I'm just like, and now I know that's probably what it was about. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. Because we've come to this point where people who are very, very stupid, think they are smart, and really, instead of figuring out what's really going on, because they don't really have the mental capacity to understand how the world. I'm not going to pretend I know how everything works, but I do know when something sounds fucking stupid. I do. And I don't understand what's even the point of cloning Eminem in that situation? Like what, why not just say he died and then make a ton of money off of everything he's already made?
That's what somebody,
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
A smart person in the comments said, where they're like, what are you talking about? Like, look at all the money that like Tupac's world made and Biggie's and Prince's, like
even more after they died. They died. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because was Eminem in a car crash? Is that part true?
I don't.
Like, was he actually in a car crash?
Look into that.
Like, was there a car?
I should have.
Tara, what the fuck? You're bringing me a lot of nothing here.
But listen, I have some really funny.
Like, was there a car crash and everyone like saying, "Oh yeah, he died," and it's like, I don't know, man. Tara, people are so stupid.
Can I read a couple? It's so. Can I just read a couple more funny things? Okay, because it's funny.
I've kind of moved on mentally.
Because that's the funny things.
Then get to it faster.
You started getting on
to it. You're like flipping through pages. Like, where was I? Spit it out.
So these are the fan reactions. One person said, "Are we just gonna ignore Real Slim Shady is set in a cologne factory?" No, we're not.
And again, there's definitely people fucking with people like that think it's hilarious.
Yes, definitely.
Like, but there's too many people that think it's real.
And then one person said, "I grew up loving Eminem and his music as a fan. I can tell you right now, he's a clone." Because this person grew up a fan, so they know.
That's true.
And then this one is the last one, and it might be my favorite. Eminem was hospitalized here in Michigan in late 2008. I remember because my friend was having her first child and talked about how crazy it was there. He was beyond sick. This completely tracks with the idea he was cloned at the time. I never thought about it then, but now I think the memory is valid and tracks with the relapse. Because Tom McDonald basically said he's been cloned. After relapse, he's been cloned.
Multiple times?
Well, he was cloned, so he's not the same guy.
I get the point. We already know he's been you already established that people think he was cloned.
What do you mean?
That we know.
Yeah, but this guy's saying that this is why it's true, because he was in the hospital with his friend who was having a baby, her first baby at the time. That's when he was being cloned.
Why do people...
It tracks, Drew.
Why do people...
tracks.
Why do... Tara, I might have to ask... We know John's... We know Eminem's we know family of Eminem's lawyer. We could probably get to the bottom of this. Yeah, we could. Maybe we could have him on, his lawyer. I doubt it, because I don't think John talks to his family that much, but
you mean our friend talks to his family?
John doesn't talk to his own family, I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were trying to cut out his name.
I said it already. They don't know who John is.
I don't either.
John's brother. They don't know John. They don't know John's brother. They don't know who the fuck we're talking about. Anyway, I wish it would be... Tara, it is funny.
It's funny.
It is funny. It used to be funnier, things like this.
Because of
But the problem now is... But the problem is now... Too many people base their like real life choices and real life politics on like weird conspiracies, and it's like makes it so less like if people just thought it and went on like Eminem's a clone. I'm like, awesome, cool. Like when we were a kid, there was things like they were way more like they were not very woke, but like Jamie Lee Curtis is a hermaphrodite. That was like a big thing. That was like a big thing when we were a kid. Marilyn Manson doesn't have a rib, so he can S his own D. Like. That's what everyone talked about, but it was all good and fun because guess what? Nothing ever came of it. We all just collectively somehow heard it, and it was out in the world. But that was it. That was the end of it. And now it's like someone says something stupid, and it's like people make laws almost because of it. Like shit almost becomes law. It's fucking wild, man. It's like that's why I can't get down with like conspiracy theories because like people in government believe them now. The Marjorie. I don't know how to say her name. I've never been able to say her name. Marjorie Taylor Greene believes a lot of these things. She probably thinks that that he's a clone and has probably like eaten babies. Like she probably believes that. You heard it here first. Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks Eminem eats babies.
All right. Note to self: don't bring up conspiracy theories because Drew doesn't like them.
No, you can bring them up, but like
I thought it was so funny, just like the fan saying stuff.
Oh, they're dummies. They're so stupid. It is, like I said, it would be funny. It could be funny. But you know that it's going to get worse. Here's the thing. This is the beginning of it. It's going to get to the point where we are hearing about it and it's going to be annoying. So thanks for bumming me out.
Next week, Drew, you need to bring up the topics because I'm in batting zero with you where you've got lots to say about it.
It's okay if I got lots to say. What else you got for me? What else you got?
I watched all that on
else?
Paramount Plus.
The old one or when they rebooted it?
The old one. They have season 2 through 6. Okay. So the first episode, I was like, this is fucking good.
Wait, stop.
What?
Wait, stop. So it's good. You like it, right?
I don't know.
Before we go on. So you were enjoying it?
I enjoyed the first episode of season 2, and I'm like, oh man, cool. This is. Because I went in thinking this is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And I was laughing out loud, enjoying it. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to watch another one because this was fun. And then the second episode, I was like, yikes. I don't think I laughed once, and it was annoying. So maybe I should watch a third one to see what the tiebreaker is. Because sometimes you just have a stinker of an epi. One thing though, they didn't have the
Wow.
musical guests, and I was like, I don't know if they came later or if they just aren't having them on the.
My guess is they don't want to pay royalties
Oh yeah,
for it,
yeah, yeah,
and so they're not
yeah.
having they're not
Which was a
having them.
bummer because I
Is my
wanted to
guess
see like all of
because
them.
they always had a musical guest through
Yeah,
always. So my guess is that yeah, like you wanted to see
yeah,
TLC and you want to see
yeah.
Crisscross and stuff like that. Like you want to see that all that
But I
baby,
will say that
all
Keenan
that.
was a star.
Wait, hold
Keenan's a
on.
star.
That's what I want to do. I'm gonna run through some of
Yeah,
these characters. I want to hear what you
yep,
thought of them. I want Keenan's a good start.
star.
Keenan does he belong there? Is he the star of the show?
Yes. He's so good.
Makes sense that he went to
Yep.
SNL
He
for the
did
next
this like
20 years.
chocolate sketch where he's doing like fake falls and he had chocolate in his mouth and he kind of like laughed at himself a
Yeah,
little bit, which I always enjoy it. And
he still
yeah.
does that to this
And
day.
he's
Tara.
like
That's
squirt,
not he never
and
didn't do that.
I know, but I was enjoying it. And I was just like, he's so fun. And then he was Pierre Escargot, and he was like, it was so funny.
Classic.
Um,
So he was a star.
he's a star. I loved him.
Lori Beth Dimberg.
She was great.
Lori Beth Dimberg.
She was great.
How was she?
She did the library sketch, and
Yeah, it's a classic.
it was so funny, and I was laughing.
For those that don't know, it's a lot. Those that don't know
Yeah.
all that, it's a loud
Yes,
librarian.
and
she's super
yeah.
loud, telling everyone else to shut
Yes.
the fuck up.
And like she was vacuuming and doing all sorts of things, and it was hilarious. And I was kind of like, I think Kristen Wiig might have gotten some ideas from Lori Beth because like it was, because it was.
They're probably a similar age.
And then she also did the vital information, which was really funny. Just like weird.
Was it like fake facts, basically?
But like, I should have written something down, but it was funny.
You should have. Wasn't it kind of like a fake fact?
Yeah, it was kind of like, basically? I don't know.
Just say it's a fake fact. I don't need an explanation.
I know, I was trying to think of one.
Basically.
Yeah, it was.
It's fake facts. So my question about her is, do you think if either A, she comes out now, like she's on a show now, or B, wasn't a big gal, she'd be a bigger star? Because she was good.
She was good.
Like, do you think like she got held back because she wasn't like that, going back to like beauty shit and like the big girl thing? I think now she might have been a little more like maybe pushed.
Yeah, well, I mean,
maybe back then she kind of got
more things on Nickelodeon, but never really.
Yeah,
but
that was about it.
Basically, I feel like other than Amanda Bynes, nobody really did anything that great from it.
I mean, Keenan's been on SNL for 55 years. Kel had a shot. What about Kel? What about Kel Mitchell?
He wasn't in a ton of stuff. He was just in a Good Burger sketch, and I always thought Good Burger sketches were overrated and not fun. So I'll have to get back to you on Kel.
I've heard that he's good. And like in general, like he probably, like people think he should have probably been a bigger hit and something.
I believe it.
With Kel Mitchell. Tara, could I name anyone else on the show? I maybe, I mean, people were on later. I don't know. Like there was a
guy that played.
Was Danny Tamborelli on it?
There's the guy that played Walter the Ear Boy. I don't know what his name is though.
Was it? I think his name's Josh.
Yeah.
I think his name was Josh.
He was good. I really thought they were good.
He was like, he was basically, wasn't he trying to be Jim Carrey? Wasn't that kind of the energy? It was like a lot of big faces and shit like that. The answer is yes.
On the episodes I saw, I would say no, but
I mean, he basically almost did some Jim Carrey, like verbatim from In Living Color sketches.
I feel like the diversity of the cast was great.
Absolutely.
It was really great.
Absolutely. Nickelodeon was good about diversity pretty
early
on,
diversity
honestly.
And Diversity.
Skin melanonin diversity.
Yep.
Was it only black and white people, or was there some
was
like
a Hispanic girl? Yeah.
Any like Asian people or anything
Not
like that?
Not in that. I don't know if after
later on, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
I think I stopped watching it because Nick Cannon was on it.
I feel like. Oh, later on, yeah. There was some like other, like by the time he came around, we weren't watching it anymore. Like I didn't really watch it when I kind of stopped almost watching when Amanda Bynes started being on it.
I watched a little of it
for me. Oh, you were a little younger than me. I was a little cooler. I had a lot more to do, which I thought was cool back then. But
you're
now
like, damn, Tara had it right.
Now I like to sit at home and enjoy myself. Tasty White Claws alone in my den. Tara, that's about it. Do you have a quick grievance? You're an alcoholic. Do you have a quick grievance?
I don't know if I've done this one before. I need to start taking notes.
Pay attention. Jesus.
When people say...
What's your grievance? We haven't even met Tara. This is only the 18th episode. I know, but that's 18
grievances.
We haven't even done it. I don't even know if there's a couple times we didn't do a grievance, I feel like.
I think we've always done one.
Whatever. Give me your grievance.
We talked about Reese's.
I mean, we've talked about them a million times in our lives, but why is that a grievance?
It's not Reese's. It's Reese's.
Yeah,
and when people say Reese's cups, I want to punch. And I know a lot. But
why is that coming up now?
Well, it's coming up now because I was watching something and somebody said catty corner, and it's kitty corner, and I was like, oh. And then I just thought of other words that, I guess, when people say words wrong.
That one's a little different. Corner? That's like regional. Catty corner, kitty corner. It's regional. Yeah. Reese's and Reese's is people with brains and people with little tiny brains. Reese's is what they're called, Tara. And Reese's is how
dum-dums say it.
Idiots talk.
Like, I'm a dope.
It's how
I'm a dope.
Talk.
I eat Reese's.
Oh my God, my name's Reese, and these are my Reese's.
I eat Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. What the fuck's a Pieces? What the fuck is a Pieces?
Yeah, I hate it.
Tara, now I got a lot. Can't lie. Not much of a grievance. Kind of just a reminder that people, unless your grievance is you just don't like when you don't like that people from other places have different ways of saying stuff.
No.
No. Kitty corner, catty corner. Reese's. Lift. Elevator.
No.
Bathroom. Loo. I could name more. Water fountain. Bubbler.
No, I didn't really have a...
Pop. Soda.
Or Coke.
Queef.
Okay.
They say queef in Australia. That's a fact. Look it up. Google it. Google it right now.
How do I Google it?
While Tara Googles if queef in Australia is a real thing, I'm going to tell you all a quick story. How would you spell
queef?
It's not.
Oh, you dick.
She was going to Google
it. I know. I asked how to spell it.
Oh, hey, did you hear that kangaroo queef the other day? Where am I from?
That's sort of Irish.
Hey, did you hear that? How's an Australian sound? No, shrimp. No, that's more
it's like Scottish. It's like this.
English.
It's like good day, mate. Good day, mate.
Good day,
another
mate.
Shrimp on the barbie.
And then a good day, mate. You ever hear fucking kangaroo queef before? I might be right. I might be right.
Have you ever heard a kangaroo queef before?
You ever had a kangaroo queef before? The answer is
no.
So yeah, they say queef instead of queef in Australia. Look it up. Tara, I know there's gonna be a lot of.
I was thinking the same thing.
I don't know what I'm gonna fucking pull out of this. Might be a lot of like queef jokes.
No queef jokes.
The Oh, I'm not going to put Kangaroo Quife in there. Come on. That's a clip.
I know.
That's
this is
a clip.
a wild little Thay. We'll see. We'll see if our numbers go down more.
Hey, we had a bad week. So, hey, guys, about that. If you get a chance, if you like, I know some people listen to a lot. If you want to tell someone about it, tell them to listen. I know it's hard to get someone to listen to a podcast. It just is. But if you could tell someone about it, you know, it's real easy.
Yeah.
When someone tells you they don't know how to find it, they're fucking lying. They're a moron. Everyone knows how to use Spotify. Everyone knows how to use Amazon Music. Whatever they use to listen to streaming music, guess what? MELLONfights is there. It just is. So say, hey, what do you listen to music on? And they go, oh, iTunes. Go, cool. Type MELLONfights, and we are the first thing that comes up. MELLONFIGHTS. MELLONfights. And you can put that in mellonfights@gmail.com and email us, because we didn't get any emails this week, and it's kind of sad and lonely, because I do like to hear from my friends and family. I do. How about you, Tara?
I love it. It's my favorite part.
You know, I might send a lot. I was like an angry beast boy this week, so I might send everybody away. That might be what happened. First time listeners be like, this guy is angry.
Yeah.
But you know what he isn't? Thirsty, because he's drinking a White Claw. White Claw. Clenches. Clenches? Let me try that again. White Claw. Quenched. I can't talk. I must be drunk because White Claw's so damn good.
An alcoholic.
I love alcohol.
I will have to save some of these things for next time. Because I actually watched...
What are they so I can get excited?
Shows.
What'd you watch?
I watched a show called...
Oh, did we talk about Nathan?
No, I didn't watch it.
Did we talk about the rehearsal yet?
Yeah, last week.
Oh, we did talk about it. The new episode was awesome. I hope you stuck with it, because it was awesome this week. I see where it's going. It is so excellent. This week, Tara, I got to the point I'm like, this can't be real. There was a scene like, no way. But then I don't know. But everything else seems so real. We'll see.
I'll watch it and figure it out.
It's realer than the moon landing.
No.
Yeah.
What
can we look forward to next week? So everyone get excited. I actually
watched shows. I watched a show called Uncoupled with Neil Patrick Harris. I got that as...
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Save it for next. Okay. Fast.
You know who suggested I watch it? Tion.
Oh. To you directly?
On Facebook, so I watched it. He told the world to watch it.
I think it's nice to see Neil Patrick Harris playing a gay person in a show.
That's how I felt. That was one of my notes.
I think he might have been gay in some stuff recently, but like he really hasn't got to play a gay person in shows. He's always playing like a straight dude, so that might be nice for it. I like that he's a lead in a gay show. What else you got?
And then I watched a documentary called Victoria's Secret: Angels and Demons.
I do want to see that.
It's okay.
Touching on that, some girl, like maybe a week before that came out, put out this like Victoria's Secret song on TikTok, like how like, oh, Victoria has Victoria's Secret, and it's basically talks about some of the stuff the doc talks about and how it's like bad news and like gave her like body issues, and people are all loving it. But can I tell you something?
Not a good song. Doesn't bop. Not a banger.
It sucks. I'm proud of her. I'm glad she's popping off because of it. Seems like a nice, sweet girl. Looks like she's in her early 20s or something. I don't know. The song fucking sucks.
Does she at least have a good voice? Okay. Well, I feel bad though because I worked there.
I feel like I should
there, so I kind of.
Oh, so you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
I worked there. I had it was considered the hot place to work, and I worked there.
Not the one you worked at, the one at Water Tower Place. That one isn't as sexy as the one that was at across the street from Water Tower Place. That was a standalone Victoria's Secret. You kind of were like the bottom barrel, like trashy version.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You know I'm right. You know that you thought you went to the wrong one first. Like, of course I'm wearing this one on the flagship store, not the one inside the Macy's.
It wasn't in the Macy's.
I mean, that whole Water Tower place is basically Macy's.
Yeah.
Every floor has Macy's in it.
Well, I'm part of the problem. Because I'm so beautiful.
And I'm not, because guess what? I got hired by Trump Tower here in Chicago, and guess what? I didn't work for him. I said,
not
no,
today, Satan.
I'm gonna work at this other hotel and not make enough money to live for the next few years because they don't pay enough to a bellman. Really show those motherfuckers. Hey Tara, have a Tuesday. Have a fucking Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights. Hey guys, we were just talking, and I think that like we both should lean in a little bit more and give you like a slower, tasty voices like this. Tara, give him a little slow, tasty voice.
Hey everybody, this is Tara. How you doing?
I think we could make people cream with these voices. So if you guys want these voices to stay, email us and say, give us the end of the pod voice. Yeah, it's creamy.
It is a creamy.
Tara, yours might be a little too breathy. Yours might be a little too breathy. I think talk your normal cadence, but just low and quiet.
Okay. How does
really hit the words. Really pretend like you're, what's that called? ASMR. Give me a little ASMR voice. Don't hold the breath. Just more like enunciate and hit it.
Oh my God, Drew. How's this sound? Is it awesome? Or is it too breathy still?
it's robotic, that's for sure.
Ooh.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights.